Good morning, and we are off finally on a trip. Today it is a beautiful day here in Vienna, but it's a bit warm. So we're at Wien Hauptbahnhof and we're off an adventure because Linda doesn't know where we're going.
I really don't.
So come on, it's time for a wander. And the first thing we've got to do is we've got to get some supplies. So we're at Hauptbahnhof, Vienna's biggest station, and we want to get a few supplies for the road. So where do we go? Well, the answer is simple. We go downstairs. There goes Linda, off she goes, wandering down, and we're in a grocery store. Fortunately, there are many grocery stores at Hauptbahnhof that we can choose from. This one happens to be Billa. I have to say that because you can pretty much see the labels on the sandwiches. Select now sandwiches and a few drinks, we get ready to go. Then just like that, we're on a train. And we're heading out of Vienna. As you can see, it's a lot of urban sprawl and graffiti, but it doesn't take long before we're into the mountains. Today we're travelling on a railjet, which is very, very comfortable, and will get us to our destination at Semmering in just over an hour. And here we are, we're in Semmering. It's quiet. In fairness, this is a winter town and it's very much summer. However, the station is not without its charms. Take a look at this beautiful old train that is just off the platform. It's preserved and looks wonderful, and I think serves as a cafe sometimes. Anyway, Linda's happy, look at her wave. She's really pleased to be here. She still has no idea where she is, even though it says Semmering, so there's that. Finally, there's this wonderful memorial to Karl Ritter von Gege. He was the engineer that designed the Semmering Railway, a feat at the time his contemporaries said couldn't be done. But he did it in 6 years and got a knighthood. Not bad. Okay, so the whole idea to come to Semmering was to get out of the city and go hiking. And there is plenty of choice, let me tell you. We have here a sign that says the Kleine Zauberblick-Runde, the Gross Zauberblick-Runde. One takes 2 hours, one takes 3, and then we have these wonderful maps. And I say wonderful, what I mean is useless. Because they don't actually show you any of the routes. They show a route, but don't really label it as such. And by the time we get to the third map, that's way out there. That's the whole Semmering area. So we kind of got a bit confused. Well, we're doing well. We left the train and there are signposts everywhere. Lynn, give an impression of how the signposts work here.
They go.
Yeah. So we got kind of lost. We're now on our way to Pass Hohe, which is about 15 minutes that way apparently. It's uphill.
It's kind of uppy.
Yeah, and we, honestly, as city girls, we kind of underestimated how fit we are. So we're having a breather in the trees and it's lovely and cool. It's not as hot as in Vienna, which is nice.
In my defense, I didn't know where we were going, so how can I underestimate, yeah?
Alright, she's got me there. But we're having a break, but honestly, the scenery's fantastic. Just take a look. Yeah, it wasn't bad. And yes, those are church bells you can hear in the background. But all too soon, we decided to get off our backsides, get up that last bit of hill, and get into the town where we discovered Semmering's a bit different. Now, Semmering is home to the Ski Weltcup, or the Skiing World Cup, and I don't know anything about that. If you look, there's a ski slope. It's not in use because there's no snow, and it's summer. But there are other things like a Billa, a Linda, and yeah, I mean, it's very quiet. Again, it's summer, and you don't come to Semmering in the summer. Oh, there's a bus. Doesn't really go anywhere though. It's summer. We did, however, come across this wonderful monument to Lieutenant Eduard Nittner. Now, Eduard Nittner was a pilot in 1912 and had the distinction of being the first pilot in Austria to fly over the Semmering Pass. Bear in mind, this was at a point where airplanes were made out of, well, glue, strings and bits of wood. So getting 6,000 to 7,000 feet in the air over here, that's an achievement. Then we made a surprise discovery, the bike park Semmering. which had this cable car. I'm kind of nervous around cable cars. I really dislike them, mostly because they're held on by a cable and they swing a lot, so I don't like them. Cue the dramatic music. Of course, Linda being Linda, she wanted to know what was going on with these cable cars and could we go for a ride in them. She needed to know how much was this ride going to cost and is there anything to see at the top of the mountain. Well, as it turns out, we were in for a surprise.
So, this is an unexpected scope for the Meet Us Drive card. We got the trip up and down on a cable car for free on our cards, which is amazing and we weren't expecting it, so yay!
Yes, it turns out the Nieder Österreich cards were good for one round trip on the cable car up the Zalba mountain today. And that's not too bad. That saved us a grand total of €17 each. And of course, how can you not enjoy the view?
We're sitting at the Liechtenstein House restaurant at the top of the mountain at the end of the cable car ride, and our food has just been delivered. It looks so good. I have their specialty Liechtenstein House burger. We seem to have some bacon, some cheese. Looks good. I'm looking forward to diving in.
And I've got the...
yeah, and this would be the club sandwich, chicken club. They also had a tuna club, but this is the chicken version, and that also looks super tasty.
Yes, our plans for a hike and enjoying some sandwiches didn't really pan out, but with this scenery, how can you complain? Well, after our unexpected lunch atop the Zalba mountain, we thought it would be best to come back down to terra firma and explore some more of the town. It hadn't really got any busier, which is fine. Once again, we came across a bunch of confusing signs, this time with different places to go, and just as confusing. The issue for us seemed to be that there will be a sign that tells you something, but you never see that sign again really. It was all very confusing. Ideally, we should have gone for the 20 shilling blick, something to do next time. However, walking across Hoogstraten or High Street, we did come across these wonderful little museum boxes that kind of highlight little aspects of the old High Street, which were cute. We saw about 3 or 4 of these, which was wonderful. The view, of course, is absolutely stunning, and you look back over to Wiener Neustadt. Finally, along our way, we came across this beautiful little Catholic church. Built in 1894 and consecrated in 1895, this beautiful little church sits right next to the large hotel. The small church really was stunning, and it had details everywhere, including on the roof. The roof tiles seemed to be little slices of wood that had then been heavily glazed and varnished and put up there piece by piece. It's absolutely stunning, and the differences in colour just really look great. All too soon though, it was time to head back to the station and head home to Vienna. It was also the perfect time to sum up the day. It's been a fun day. We set out to go on a hike and missed it completely.
Super confusing.
However, we managed to get up the top of what was known as Magic Mountain.
We do like a bit of magic.
And mountains.
It's fun.
And now we're on our way home to Vienna. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, let us know, like, subscribe, share, all that kind of thing.
Talk to us in the comments. We always enjoy talking to people in the comments.
Yes, we love your comments. And in the meantime, thanks very much for joining us. We'll catch you again on the next wander.
Bye.